In every culture, in every era, there has always been respect for skill. Not just talent, but skill shaped slowly through time, discipline, and repetition. Whether it is the quiet hands of a craftsman shaping wood or the powerful movement of an athlete training for performance, the foundation is the same. Mastery is never accidental. It is built. Welcome to Hope Tube, where we explore creativity, patience, and the deeper meaning behind the work of human hands and human effort. In today's video, we explore the connection between craftsmanship and athletic craftsmanship. Two worlds that seem different on the surface, yet are deeply connected at their core. Craftsmanship begins with attention. A craftsman does not rush. Before the first cut, before the first mark, there is observation. The material is studied. The grain of the wood, the weight, the resistance, every detail matters. In the same way, an athlete begins with awareness. Body position, balance, breathing, timing. Nothing is random. Everything is intentional. In both worlds, progress starts slowly. The early stages feel repetitive. Movements are practiced again and again. The hands repeat the same motion. The body repeats the same drill. Outsiders may see boredom, but inside something important is happening. Muscle memory is forming. Precision is growing. Confidence is being built quietly. A craftsman learns to respect the material. Wood cannot be forced. If rushed, it cracks. If ignored, it fails. The craftsman adapts to the material, not the other way around. Athletes learn the same lesson with their bodies. Pushing too hard leads to injury. Ignoring limits leads to breakdown. Progress comes from listening, adjusting, and respecting the process. Both craftsmanship and athletic craftsmanship demand patience. Results do not appear immediately. There is no shortcut to excellence. A beautifully finished wooden piece carries hours of unseen effort. A perfect athletic performance carries years of invisible training. What the world sees is only the final moment. What matters most happens long before. Mistakes are part of both journeys. A wrong cut cannot always be undone. A misstep in training cannot be ignored, but mistakes are not failures, they are feedback. The craftsman learns how the wood behaves. The athlete learns how the body responds. Growth happens through correction, not perfection. There is also rhythm in both crafts. The steady movement of sanding wood creates a calm, repetitive flow. The steady repetition of drills creates physical and mental rhythm. In these moments, the mind becomes quiet. Focus sharpens. Time fades. This is where true craftsmanship lives, in the space between effort and awareness. Another shared element is humility. No matter how skilled someone becomes, the process demands respect. Wood will always have surprises. The body will always have limits. Mastery does not remove challenges. It teaches how to respond to them with calm control. Craftsmanship is deeply physical. It lives in the hands. Athletic craftsmanship lives in the body, but both are guided by the mind. Decision-making, timing, restraint, and awareness are essential. Strength alone is not enough. Skill refines strength. Control refines power. As skill grows, movements become more efficient. The craftsman wastes less material. The athlete wastes less energy. Every motion has purpose. Every action serves the final result. This efficiency is not speed, it is clarity. There is also pride in both crafts, but it is quiet pride. Not loud celebration, but inner satisfaction. The craftsman steps back and studies the finished piece. The athlete reflects on a well-executed performance. The joy comes not from applause, but from knowing the work was done properly. Time is the true teacher in both paths. Years of repetition create depth that cannot be rushed. This is why true craftsmanship feels timeless. It does not chase trends. It respects fundamentals. The same is true in sport. Techniques evolve, but fundamentals remain. As viewers, we often admire the final result without understanding the discipline behind it. But when we slow down and observe the process, we begin to see the connection. The calm hands shaping wood and the focused athlete training in silence are practicing the same philosophy. Respect the process. trust the work, and stay consistent. In a fast world that values instant results, both craftsmanship and athletic craftsmanship remind us of something important. Great things take time. Skill is built quietly. Mastery grows slowly. Discipline is the quiet force behind all mastery. It is not loud or dramatic. It does not seek attention. Discipline shows up every day, even when motivation fades. In craftsmanship, discipline means returning to the workshop, repeating familiar motions, refining details that most people will never notice. In athletic craftsmanship, discipline means returning to training, repeating drills, strengthening fundamentals long before competition begins. Neither path rewards impatience. Both demand commitment without immediate reward. The craftsman may spend hours perfecting a detail that only improves the piece slightly. The athlete may repeat a drill thousands of times to gain a fraction of improvement. Yet those small improvements accumulate. Over time, they separate amateurs from masters. Repetition is often misunderstood. Many believe repetition is boring, but in truth, repetition is where depth is created. When a movement is repeated enough times, it becomes instinct. The hands no longer hesitate. The body no longer doubts. The mind no longer questions each step. This is where craftsmanship becomes fluid and athletic performance becomes natural. In woodcraft, repetition sharpens sensitivity. The craftsman learns how much pressure is enough, how the grain will react, when to stop. In athletics, repetition sharpens awareness. The athlete learns timing, balance, reaction, and control. In both cases, repetition builds trust. Trust in the hands, trust in the body, trust in the process. Mental strength grows alongside physical skill. Both craftsmen and athletes face moments of frustration. A piece does not turn out as expected. Progress feels slow. Improvement seems invisible. These moments test patience more than talent. Many quit here. Those who continue develop resilience. Resilience is not aggression. It is calm persistence. It is the ability to stay focused without forcing results. The craftsman adjusts technique instead of rushing. The athlete adjusts training instead of overexerting. Both learn that pushing harder is not always the answer. Sometimes, refinement is more powerful than effort. There is also solitude in both paths. Much of the work happens alone. Long hours with only tools, materials, or the body itself as companions. This solitude is not emptiness. It is a space for reflection, learning, and growth. In silence, awareness sharpens, distractions fade, craftsmanship deepens. This is where many people discover that skill building is also character building. Discipline teaches responsibility. Repetition teaches patience. Failure teaches humility. Progress teaches confidence. These lessons extend far beyond workshops and training fields. They shape how individuals approach life. Another shared element is respect for fundamentals. Advanced techniques mean nothing without a strong foundation. A craftsman cannot create complex forms without mastering basic cuts and finishes. An athlete cannot perform advanced plays without mastering basic movement and control. Fundamentals are not glamorous, but they are essential. In both crafts, shortcuts are tempting. Faster tools, easier methods, quick results, but shortcuts often weaken skill. True mastery resists shortcuts. It values quality over speed, depth over surface appearance. This mindset separates those who merely perform from those who truly understand their craft. Consistency matters more than intensity. A craftsman who works steadily improves more than one who works only in bursts. An athlete who trains regularly improves more than one who trains sporadically. Progress favors those who show up consistently, even on ordinary days. Over time, discipline transforms identity. The craftsman does not simply make things, he becomes a craftsman. The athlete does not simply train, he becomes an athlete. The craft becomes part of who they are. This identity creates pride, responsibility, and purpose. As skill grows, confidence grows quietly. There is less need to prove anything. The work speaks for itself. The performance speaks for itself. This quiet confidence is powerful. It does not seek validation. It is rooted in preparation. Viewers often see only the final outcome, a finished piece of art, a powerful athletic performance. But beneath both lies discipline repeated thousands of times. The beauty of the result is a reflection of unseen effort. In a world driven by speed and instant reward, discipline feels old-fashioned, but it remains undefeated. Craftsmanship and athletic craftsmanship survive trends because they are built on fundamentals that never change. And as discipline strengthens the hands and body, it also strengthens the mind. Focus improves. Distractions lose power. Purpose becomes clearer. This mental clarity is one of the greatest rewards of both crafts.